Your F-150 can have a perfectly healthy engine, transmission, and suspension, and still be quietly wearing out its rear differential. The scary part, most owners never think about the fluid inside it until they hear that expensive whining noise. We tested 3 popular 75W90 gear oils in the same F-150, tracked the truck through real-world driving and towing, and sent used oil samples to an independent lab. The results were surprisingly close at first, but after more miles and more heat, one fluid clearly separated itself from the others. Most truck owners obsess over engine oil, but the differential gets almost no attention. That's a mistake. Your rear differential takes the engine's torque, turns that power 90 degrees and sends it to the rear wheels. When you're towing, accelerating with a heavy load, or climbing a hill, the ring and pinion gears are dealing with enormous pressure and heat. And the only thing separating those metal surfaces is a thin layer of gear oil. If that protection breaks down, you're no longer talking about a $20 maintenance job. A damaged ring and pinion assembly can turn into a repair bill well over $1,000. For this comparison, we looked at Mobil 175W90, Valvoline Syn Power 75W90, and Castrol Syntrax 75W90. All 3 are synthetic gear oils designed for demanding applications, and all 3 are widely available. But here's the important part: we didn't choose a winner by reading the label. We used the same F-150, the same type of driving, regular towing, consistent service intervals, and independent used oil analysis. The first thing we watched was iron. Iron in used differential oil can provide a useful indication of wear from steel components such as the ring and pinion. On the first interval, Mobil 1 recorded 7 parts per million, Valvoline recorded 9, while Castrol came in at 8. Nothing dramatic yet. But the second interval started showing a pattern. Mobil 1 stayed at 7. Castrol remained around 8. Valvoline climbed to 11. Copper showed a similar trend. Mobil 1 remained at 2 parts per million, Castrol stayed around 3, while Valvoline increased from 4 to 5. One sample doesn't prove a product is bad, but when wear metals begin moving upward over repeated intervals, that's when you start paying attention. Then we looked at something most gear oil comparisons completely ignore: temperature. During a sustained towing run in roughly 91-degree weather, the differential housing reached about 263 degrees Fahrenheit. That's serious heat. And this is where viscosity retention becomes important. A 75W90 oil is supposed to maintain a certain level of protection across a wide range of temperatures, but under sustained heat and mechanical stress, some fluids thin more than others. Mobil 1 showed the strongest viscosity retention in our high-temperature testing. Castrol showed moderate thinning. Valvoline showed the greatest viscosity loss at peak temperature. Now connect that with the wear metal results. The fluid showing the most noticeable viscosity loss under high heat was also the one showing the biggest increase in iron and copper during the earlier intervals. Again, that doesn't mean one number alone proves anything, but when multiple measurements point in the same direction, the trend becomes difficult to ignore. And here's where things get interesting. Mobil 1 wasn't dramatically more expensive. Depending on where you buy it, you might pay only a couple of dollars more per quart than some of the alternatives. Your differential doesn't need 5 or 10 quarts. Depending on the exact axle, you're dealing with roughly 2 quarts. So even if the premium option costs $3 more per quart, you're talking about around $6 extra for the entire service. That's basically nothing compared with a differential rebuild. And remember, you're not making this decision every oil change. For a truck that travels 15,000 miles a year and changes differential fluid around every 30,000 miles, that small price difference gets spread across years of driving. Now, does this mean Valvoline Syn Power is bad? No. For normal driving and reasonable service intervals, it's still a legitimate gear oil. If your F-150 spends most of its time commuting, running errands, and occasionally hauling a light load, any of these quality fluids can be a reasonable choice as long as they meet the specification required for your exact axle. But if you're towing regularly, carrying heavy loads, driving in extreme heat, or pushing your service interval toward the limit, the extra margin becomes more valuable. And based on this test, Mobil 175W90 was the fluid I'd choose. It produced the lowest iron readings, maintained the lowest copper trend, and showed the strongest viscosity retention during high-temperature operation. But there's one thing that's even more important than choosing between these three bottles. Actually changing the fluid. A premium gear oil that's left in the differential for years isn't automatically better than a quality fluid that's serviced at the correct interval. Check for leaks, pay attention to new whining or howling noises. Follow the service requirements for your exact F-150 axle and don't assume every F-150 uses the same fluid or capacity. Because differential wear usually doesn't happen with a giant warning sign. It happens quietly. A little wear today. A little more next year. And eventually, that small amount of neglected maintenance can turn into a very expensive noise coming from underneath your truck. So tell me in the comments, what 75W90 gear oil is currently in your F-150 and when was the last time you changed it? And if you want to know which gear oil performs best in an F-150 transfer case, that's the next test you won't want to miss.